Hello everybody and welcome to Notorious Yugioh. I'm Notorious Cly and this is a TCG Banlist reaction video. I got news of the TCG Banlist while I was at work. Side note, just got off work. I don't usually rock a Dickies t-shirt and a trucker hat unless I'm slinging pipe and wire, but we'll forget about that. I got word of this while I was at work and I've been waiting patiently to get home and do this and look at the list. I didn't take a look at the list. I posted it in the Discord and then muted my notifications because I did not want any spoilers. I drove home in the car ride with complete silence, didn't listen to any other YouTubers, didn't even touch YouTube. I did not want anything spoiled. I don't know if I've talked about my TCG experience on the channel at all yet, but I am what I would describe as a competently casual player. I am a kind of player who's not going to go to regionals or YCS or anything like that. I'm not spending hours upon hours on simulators trying to master the tier 0 mirror match, but I am somebody who is going to try and go to locals every week, wants to go to locals more than once a week, and wants to win while I'm there. But I want to do it playing decks that I find cool or interesting or fun. I'm not going to go all out just to get wins. I'm not the kind of player who wants to spend $1,000 on a deck. I'm the kind of player who wants to spend $1,000 on 6 different decks so I can play them all and have fun in cool, new, interesting, and different ways. So that's me. Competently casual, that's what I call it. So I think I'm going to approach this Banlist reaction video from that perspective as a everyman of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not the kind of guy who's going to give you the kind of insights or thoughts that are going to make you think, yes, that will affect the upcoming YCS. What a great insight. I'm more worried about what this is going to do at an everyday level to Yu-Gi-Oh! With that being said, I think it's worth mentioning now that I haven't been in love with the most recent format. It's one of the reasons why I've spent so much time with Duel Links and Master Duel. It's because tier has been tier. It sucks showing up the locals and knowing that if you're not playing a specific strategy or a strategy designed to counter that specific strategy, that you don't really have that good of a chance to win. So yeah, hopefully something on here changes it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's look at this. I'm really excited. Okay, 2 news. Oh my god. Artifact Scythe. They hit Scythe. That is incredible. Little late. This would have been cool about 2 formats ago when Branded was still tier 1 and everybody and their mother was trying to Scythe lock you. But always good, always cool to see unfun cards get taken out of the format. And speaking of unfun cards, they got rid of Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Yes, that is awesome. That is 2 hits right there. Those are 2 incredibly unfun cards that I am glad are gone. I don't think it kills Flu that Stormwinds is gone. I think it just significantly alters what their game plan is. They're actually going to have to try and interact with you instead of just stopping you from playing. I know that's the goal of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Is play Yu-Gi-Oh! So hard that your opponent can't stop you, or play Yu-Gi-Oh! So hard that your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! But again, casually competent, everyman level of Yu-Gi-Oh! So 2 fun cards. Glad they're gone. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, Snow is still banned. Thank God, Maxi is still banned. Victory Dragon for the lulz. Dragon Rulers are still banned. Tier Limits Kit Kalos is banned. They went for it. Okay, that's interesting. We all know from the OCG, though, that Kit Kalos ban doesn't really stop the deck. It just makes it do new, creative, and interesting ways to be the best deck. So that's big. That's big. Let's see what else they did. If they're banning Kit Kalos, I wonder if that's the only hit or if they're going to go a little heavier. I don't really know. It's hard to tell with Konami. Sprite Elf. Okay, I'm a little less excited about this one. I'm horribly biased on this one. I play Tri-Brigade. Sprite Elf is amazing for Tri-Brigade. In addition to that, I was looking at picking up Tri-Brigade Sprite just because it looked like a fun deck, and I've been meaning to play something with the sprites for a while. Don't know how I feel about that. It's probably a good hit. It's probably a correct hit. Sprite Elf is incredibly generic, which makes it incredibly broken, on top of being able to help out tier limits, unintendedly, I think. So I guess that's good. That's 3 good ones and 1, maybe, probably 4 good ones if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, Chaotic Ruler, still banned. my beloved. One day you will be off the list. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, nothing for XDs, spells. Okay, no triple P. I wouldn't expect it to be banned, but you never know. And traps, nothing in traps. Okay. So that's pretty good for Forbidden, I think. I can't really think of any other, like, no-brainer problem cards that need to be out of the format. Let's move on to the limited list. Yugioh. Okay. So that's a tier lament hit. They're getting rid of at least one of the Ishizu. I can never say that. Please don't make fun of me. Or do make fun of me. As long as you're laughing and having fun, I guess that's what I'm here for. Okay, Steam Cloak still limited. Kelbic, Caldo, and Medora. They went after all of them. Okay, that's kind of big. I am very excited to see this. The Ishizu cards were what pushed Tier over the edge and what made them horribly unfun. The fact that they had basically perfect control over the graveyard for both their graveyard and your graveyard made them horribly unfun to play against, and made it so you were very limited in what strategies you could actually take up against Tier Element and have a chance at winning. So, yeah, glad to see those at 1. Probably going to feel a little more sacky if you get hit by one of them, but what can you do? Maybe not being able to see them often enough will convince people to not play them at all. Okay, and then Havnus, Merle, Sheeran. They want all of them to 1. No Reno Heart, though. Did they bring Reno Heart to 2? Did they just go out for blood? I know a lot of Tier Limits players were only playing 2 of the Rhino Heart, but if you're going to go Havnus, Merle, and Sheeran all to 1, Rhino Heart might become the 3 of, just so you can get its effect to dump 1. Let's see what else we got. Ancient Fairy Dragon, we knew that was coming up. Okay, Called By still at 1, makes sense. Anything else interesting? Dragonic Diagram still limited to 1. Gold Sark 1. Instant Fusion. Okay, Instant Fusion still at 1. I mean, I guess if you ban Kit Kalos, what is Instant Fusion really grabbing that's broken? I know it's probably a future-proof thing to just ban Instant Fusion, but you never know. Okay, and that's it for the limiteds. Okay, all in all, pretty good. Can't be too upset about that. They hit all the tier names. Well, all the fusion tier names. And the Ishizu cards. And then semi-limited, okay, same old. Potted Desire is still at 2. That's okay. You should only be playing 2 anyways. So that's alright. And then unlimited, Destrudo. That's interesting at 3. Free body to do stuff with, and it's a dragon. That's interesting. I don't know what the implications of this are. I'm not nearly intelligent to figure that out, but it is interesting that it's at 3. Jet Synchron, Mecha Phantom Piece of Line, freed from the shackles of Hulk. I almost said hackles of Shulk. Freed from the shackles of Hulk. Now that Hulk is banned, maybe we can have good tuners again. And then Servant and Dinimon. Don't know how I feel about that. Never really been interested in Dinimon. And then Dinimon. I can never say that right. Dinimon. And Dinimion. I'm just gonna give up and move on. Could be interesting. I do like that they're a pendulum deck that works a little bit differently than other pendulum decks, since they're using spell counters and not just the typical destroy your scale to gain advantage kind of nonsense that all pendulum decks have kind of morphed into. True King Lithosagum the Disaster. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I'm a Dino player. Not exclusively Dino player, but it's one of the, almost spent $1,000 on 6 decks. That's one of the 6. Love Dinos. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is an incredibly busted card, and I love using it. And Lithosagum is a way you can get your engine started. You're basically playing 2 copies of it already with Dragonic Diagram and being able to search it with Terraforming, because Terraform was good to get you Lost World or Dragonic Diagram. But I don't know if you'd play 3 in the list, but definitely having 2 and then being able to search another one with Dragonic Diagram, that might be big. I know there's some Dino support that I kind of glanced at. It looks like they're retraining some of the old classic Dino cards for a new archetype or something like that. That might be interesting enough to get me back into the TCG. And as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I realized we didn't have any Kashtira names on this list. We didn't have any Kashtira names or any Kashtira related cards on the list. I'm never mind, everybody. I might be out. We might be out with the Tearlaments 2-0 and right in with the Kashtira 2-0. I haven't really spent a ton of time looking at Kashtira. Again, wasn't really interested in the format, and I think I was waiting for this ban list to really see if I was going to need to invest the time to figure out what's going to happen. Might be worth a look now, especially with the Lithosagem unbanning. I love dinos. I love the new support that's coming out too. Maybe I'll take a look at the new support and figure out if I can come up with a good list. Yatagrasu 3 and Spiral. Both those don't really mean anything to me. Okay. Still not quite sure how to feel. Some good stuff on there. I'm glad Tier got hit heavy, but I don't necessarily know if that's going to make next format more enjoyable. As frustrating as Tier was to play against sometimes because you felt like they always had an answer for everything you were doing, at least you still got to put your cardboard on the table because your zones weren't locked out. If Kashtira is really as good at locking you out of playing as everybody seems to think they're going to be, then this format may be more unfun than last. I definitely think it's worth taking a look at, though. Hope you guys like this video. I always wanted to make one of these, and I'm glad I got to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. In addition to that, I'm adjusting my audio settings for recording a little bit, and I needed an easy video to record and try to edit. So hopefully it works. If you guys want to see more TCG content from me, please let me know. I would love to make some more, but I want to focus on stuff you guys want to watch. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Be safe, have fun, everybody.